is an example of how ranch packets were patting themselves on the back after quoting one of the 2 MLK quotes that they know, even though they spent all of 2017 protesting protest. I'm the librarian, and I came to read. Now that's what you call giving yourself a pat on the back. Now Liam says, I don't know how in the hell your ass can jump off beat, but you managed to find a law of physics that allows you to do it. Congratulations. You need to write a thesis paper on that shit. Now you guys should be watching this on Wednesday if I'm not mistaken, but if you didn't know, For the Culture Podcast was delayed. The episode, instead of coming out on Tuesday, is coming out today. It's coming on Wednesday. So be sure to head on over there and get your life and listen to the latest episode. Now I wanted to provide you with another clip, another example of how effective it is for white people to be quoting MLK, but at the same time hating protest. Okay, this is how efficient, this is how much it makes sense for them to be out here cherry picking what MLK says. They love his kumbaya, come together, come together, come together, built ass quotes, but they like to stay far away from the quotes that are talking about systemic oppression and capitalism. They like to stay away from the quotes that are talking about how apathy and being complicit is really our most dangerous foe. They don't like to mention the quotes that talk about inequality, about lack of access to resources. They don't like those quotes that suggest that the whole system needs to be revamped. They don't like the quotes that analyze police brutality. They don't like what he actually stood for. Okay, it's kind of like how y'all do the Bible. Y'all cherry pick which verses y'all want to use to back up your claims and not taking the whole thing for what it is. So it's very interesting to see how they literally would twist and turn to try and give homage to MLK on MLK Day, and in the same breath you hoes are looking down on and spitting on athletes who are kneeling down asking you bitches not to be killing us in the streets. So it's really interesting. I don't understand how you can be for one and not for the other, but it just goes to demonstrate the amount of deep ignorance that has infected a lot of y'all's brains. Okay, I want y'all to get it the fuck together. Now really quickly before I get into the topics at hand, I wanted to let y'all know that Gifted, it did just end. It had its season finale, was 2 hours long. Now I know that a lot of people consider Gifted to be corny, and I am one of those people, but I ended up watching the whole season, so how much am I really telling the truth? But it was a good ending season finale. I know that Black Lightning is also coming on soon. I think it comes on after this video has been released, so y'all can tell me what y'all think about it. I just want to let y'all hoes know that the daughter of Magneto is not playing around with you hoes. I definitely would have joined her because if I was a mutant, I don't want to be cowering, hiding, being scared the rest of my life. It's time to attack, okay? And I do think she should have been, more strategic about what she did, but girl, something has to be done. Moving the fuck along to something that has to be done, we're gonna talk about Mr. Offset. Miss Offset, girl, you got your neck tattooed the fuck up with Cardi B's name on it. Now, if there was ever a reason to panic, girl, it's time to press the panic button. Okay? Because I don't understand how men will do everything in their power to show you that they care about you except caring about you. Girl, how are you doing everything else but doing the thing that I asked you to do, which is to act like you have some goddamn sense? I don't understand. Like, the teacher sat your ass down and said, hey sis, we need for your ass to do a science project. All you have to do is follow these steps, sis, and then you'll get your grade for the class. And what Offset wanted to do, instead of sitting his ass down and doing the science project, he wanted to work on his math first. He wanted to, maybe he'll work on some reading. He's gonna sit down here and do a crossword puzzle and shit. And then by the time you come around, bitch, by the time the teacher come back around, bitch, you ain't even did the assignment yet. You're doing everything else. You're doing all the extracurriculars except being faithful. I don't understand this shit. Now, this relationship, if that's what you want to call it, seems like it's constructed out of origami. It looks pretty, but all you have to do is apply pressure and that shit will flatten just like the paper it's built like, okay? And that's all I have to say on that. Now, the tea that I heard, now I saw this on Twitter. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I haven't seen any fucking receipts, okay? And you know me, I like receipts. I like admitting when I'm wrong. I like knowing all the information, okay? And in this particular case, I did not see no link. I didn't see no article. I didn't see no receipts on this shit. But they said that Kim Burrell's husband left her for a man. And I mean, now I understand, sis. It wasn't us that you were mad at. It was you. It was your situation. Okay, that makes more sense. Now, as I said, I don't even know if this shit is true. I didn't even know this woman had a husband, to be honest. But what I did know is that her ass was over here tripping over her "I love you" You love me, built ass purple shoes. And it makes sense that she tried to give us Prince because she ended up falling down just like the purple rain that outfit was constructed like. Okay, falling the fuck down. Kim Burrell, I don't want to lie in your name because you like to lie on ours. But if this is indeed true, which I don't think it is, but if it is, girl, key, bitch, I am hollering. Really quickly in Black Excellence, we have Angela Rye. Now she will apparently be executive producing and anchoring her own news show on BET. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, okay? That's how you use your platform and make other people in the community aware, okay? And I know BET is not black owned, but I think that's a very good place to start. Angela Rye having her own space and time to be able to drag bitches on BET. I'm here for that shit. And she, of course, is not the only one. Mark Lamont Hill is also getting his own show, but it's gonna be on VH1 Live. And it will apparently put a pop culture spin on entertainment news and gossip. So it's almost like what the fuck I do. But it will be interesting to see all these voices, these black ass voices. I think Jessica Williams as well. These black ass voices speaking out and turning the tide, okay? Because, I mean, we can't just have these people on CNN as talking heads because their personalities are too powerful. At this point, we need a whole ass TV show, and I'm excited. Now the investigation is moving forward, sis. Let's talk about it, okay? For our last segment of this video, we have Steve Bannon. He's been subpoenaed to testify before a grand jury as a part of the special counsel's investigation into Russian meddling. Now, what a lot of people are saying, what a lot of analysts are saying is that they're thinking that this is a kind of ploy to convince or persuade Mr. Bannon to work with the investigation. Now, I think a day ago or a couple of days ago, he testified before the Intel Committee. Now they have his ass going before a grand jury. I think this is the first time that Robert's ass has used a grand jury against somebody within Donald Trump's inner circle. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Steve Bannon looks like a vacuum cleaner bag in the fucking face, like a used one that needs to be changed. I want y'all to take a good look at this picture. Now this was posted on Twitter yesterday, and this was the caption. After years living in the United States for 30 years, a 39-year-old immigrant in Metro Detroit was deported this morning to Mexico, escorted by immigration. He said bye to his wife and 2 kids before boarding. He was brought to the United States from Mexico when he was 10 years old and too old to qualify for DACA. So it's obvious that we have a huge problem in this country when it comes to the immigration system and how the shit works. We should have common sense rules. And of course we have to have rules just because that's how government is set up. But I think that the rules need to be common sense. This shit should not be happening. I'm sorry. We are a developed ass country. We should find a way to compromise. We should find a way to make this process easier, turn it into something that makes sense. And we can do it. There's a way to do it. It's just like Donald Trump has made very clear, there's just a bunch of racist sentiments that when it comes to certain countries and the people from those countries entering the United States. And it's just racist. Simply that. In light of that, we have the Homeland Security Secretary, Miss Nielsen, girl. She is testifying before the Senate Judiciary Committee. And the whole time, all she was doing was kissing Trump's ass. And it was very interesting to see that happen and unfold right before our very eyes. Her ass was talking about, yeah, girl, I didn't really hear that shit. I didn't hear him use the word shithole. Everybody was using tough language. That's what she called it, tough language in there. With my black ass would call it racist ass language, but I guess we're moving the fuck along. And then she said, oh, I didn't hear how he classified the countries of Africa. I didn't hear it clearly. She also said stupid shit like, a wall really works. And they kind of asked her about the outdated technology that is a border wall. We can come up with something that makes more sense. And as I said earlier, the whole system, the whole immigration system has to be revamped by people who are not fucking racist, but we're moving the fuck along. She said a wall works, and that's why we just have to go ahead and trust Donald Trump, girl. There's a lot of incompetence circling around in the White House, in the administration, and it's very disappointing. And I promise you with all my heart, the only reason that I would step on Miss Nielsen is accidentally, because the way that this coat is shaped like a whole ass doormat, girl, I mean, it's just inviting. And honestly, I can't even decide if this jacket is constructed like a doormat, a strip of Velcro, or a black and white composition notebook. But either way, I would like for her and the rest of this administration to do like their IQ points and take an eternal trip to the underworld. Greek mythology tease. Have a good goddamn evening.